Well, it's not as common to decide to do customization around the reducer phase of MapReduce. I do see it out there, so I'm going to talk about what I see in my production situations. So reducer task optimization usually falls into 4 categories. The first thing is, just like we did with the mappers, subdividing. So if you see reducers being overloaded, possibly you're trying to have the reducers do too much work, and you should break this into a separate job and just run it straight through another set of mappers and then through another set of reducers, so job chaining. Another reducer task optimization technique is logging or debugging so that you can understand where the load is occurring. Because, of course, with the reducers, they don't run on every node of your cluster, unlike the mappers. They only run on some nodes. So you may need to dig into those logs to find out exactly which nodes your job is executing on, in which situations, which nodes it's not executing on, where the bottlenecks are occurring if there are clumps of data. You can add a secondary sort into a reducer job, but when I see that, I really usually recommend to break the job apart. I prefer to have small separate jobs chained rather than beefy jobs that are doing more than one task. You can also set thresholds in the configuration like you can in the mapper so that you can either kill long-running jobs, suspend jobs, get more information about jobs depending on the workload. So I have some more reducer optimization techniques. The first one is, from an architectural point, looking at the amount of work in your MapReduce job and saying, could part of this be broken into a separate job that doesn't even use a reducer? I made the earlier example of photo processing, and I actually do see that quite frequently because more and more different types of data is coming in. It's not just text data. So sometimes this data needs sort of a pre-processing that's highly distributed. So photos is a common use case. I've seen sound files or music files that need to be pre-processed, and they're just running map-only jobs. And then they're pulled into a secondary chain job to do the map and then the reduce. Also, you can use local reducers, as I've been talking about. It's a common pattern called combiners that run on the map nodes, and they substantially reduce the volume of data in transit to the reducers.